Hey guys, back up from a Pat here. Guys, today is another exciting, it's gonna be a great video. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about all the different seeds I'm starting in the month of September and October. And I have a new fruit tree, guys, a new fruit tree that I'm so super excited about. And we're gonna also talk about some transplants that we can do in the month of September. I'm in zone 9B. I'm in Central Florida. And this is like the best season for gardening in Central Florida. I'm going to be putting in a whole bunch of different seeds. Anyway, guys, enough talking. Let's get started. Seed starting and transplants, zone 9B for the months of September, October. Guys, we're going to be sitting for a while going over all these seeds. So before we get started, let me show you some of the transplants that I'm going to be doing. So guys, I am so excited about this transplant. I actually have my own black pepper now. This is the most expensive one that I paid for. This is $10, but I think it's absolutely worth it. This is going to grow like a vine. It prefers a shady area, but I'm going to be able to grow my own black pepper, guys. I cannot wait to have black pepper right here in my garden. I can dry it and grind my own pepper. I have a culantro here. Culantro is in the same family as cilantro. Well, I don't know if it's in the same family, but it's a Caribbean version of cilantro. It tastes like a very strong cilantro. Same exact flavor profile, except it's a little stronger. I have a couple peppers that I'm trying for the first time. This one is a super chili, and you can see it's a big enough plant. It already has blossoms. And I have here a habanero. It's not blossoming yet, but it's a very good sized plant, so I'm looking forward to having that. Then I have some of our, normal herbs, like I have a rosemary, a mint. We use a lot of mint here. And then this is a thyme that has dried up. I kind of waited too long. It's been like 2 weeks since I planted these, since I purchased these, and they've been sitting here. So this one is beginning to dry up, but I'm gonna just cut it back, use the thyme, and then it should spring back once I transplant it. I plan on transplanting everything within this week, so that's why I call it September, October. By the time I get them in the ground, it may be around October, but it's all good. Let me show you the very exciting fruit tree that I just purchased. Guys, it's in the front yard because my backyard is already full. So this is extremely exciting, guys. I have an Acha. You remember that fruit I tried when I went to that 300-acre farm? And this is what the fruit looks like. You open it almost like a guinep, or a lychee, and this is the center, and it's just absolutely delicious. And it looks like it's cold-hardy all the way down to 32, so that is extremely exciting, guys. So this is my Acha plant. Once it starts fruiting, it's gonna fruit profusely. It can take anywhere from 2 to 3 years. This is a graft. Normally it can take up to 5 years. So hopefully this is one that will give me fruit within maybe 3 years or so. It's very slow growing though yet. And it's a pretty small plant. It's maybe a foot and a half. So I'm hoping to get some Acha within the next couple of years. Extremely excited about this. Another thing I'm going to be doing this month is I'm going to be planting a whole lot more cassava. You guys know my cassava is like 8 feet up in the air. I've been cutting it back. I got a few orders, so I've been cutting it back, but I have a whole lot of cassava sticks here. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to be planting a lot of cassava in between the grown cassava, because once all this is harvested, then I won't have any cassava. So what I'm going to do is cut these sticks up and just plant in between the established ones, so that these will be coming up when these go down. And the last two things I'm going to be transplanting, I have some longevity spinach. Guys, remember last year this bed was completely full of just longevity spinach. I removed all of it, put them in pots. Then they got some leaf spot disease, but the leaf spot is all gone away. These sprung back up, so I guess there must have been a root in there. I'm going to transplant this because this is something that A lot of you subscribers have asked for longevity spinach. I'm going to be potting these up into individual pots so we can have longevity spinach for next spring. And finally, these are ornamentals, but I wanted to show you, my friend Diane brought me some more bride's bouquet plants, and these are absolutely beautiful plants. When you plant them, they have this beautiful bouquet of flowers. You can see these are just the cuttings, but look at how beautiful this is. They actually flower in bunches like bouquets, so these are like flowering plants. I'm gonna plant these throughout the garden. I haven't decided where yet. And then of course I have my orange coat hog plum that I have some sticks of. So I have 1, 2, 3 sticks that are still green. So I'm going to be planting these in the garden. Extremely excited about this. I can't wait to try this orange coat plum. I love the red coat and the yellow coat hog plums, but I've never had an orange coat before. So I got this from my sister. And then here we have some frangipani, also flowering plants that we're going to plant throughout the garden. Anyway, let's get started on our seeds now. Morning, girls. Hey. All right, so here we are. So guys, before I get started, I have to tell you what happened to my seeds this past summer. So I always work on my patio. That's where I am right now. I'm on my patio. But this summer was so brutally hot that I, started working on the inside. So I used to keep a case with all my seeds. It's like a standing plastic bin with all my seeds in there. I used to keep it on the patio since that's where I work. That's where I usually am. And guys, some rats actually chewed their way through my screen and into the corner where I had my seeds, and they ate, I would say, 3/4 of my seeds that were out here. So thank God I had a large book with all my seeds, with a lot of seeds inside the house, so I got those saved. I was able to save some of the seeds from rats and the rat damage, but most of the seeds I had to throw out. So that was a huge loss, losing a ton of my seeds. Anyway, that's why it's good. You have to be sure if you're keeping your seeds outside, be sure that you keep them in like a bin or a jar or something that they don't chew through. All right, guys. So as I mentioned, I am planting a whole bunch this time. Some of my seeds are like older seeds, so I want to make sure get them planted or get them broadcasted throughout the garden so that they'll pop up. So from the seeds that I saved from last year, I have here my Chinese broccoli. This was the first. Last year was the first time I grew it. I loved the broccoli, but I even more I loved the flowers. These grew huge, and they had these really big white flowers and yellow flowers, and they were great pollinators. Not just for food, but if you let them go to seed, first you can collect a ton of seeds, and they're great pollinators. So I'm gonna be planting some Chinese broccoli and some mustard greens. These are some mustard green seeds from last year. Mustard greens are a staple in my garden. I'm gonna plant less this year. Last year I planted so much that even though it wasn't really a lot, but the mustard greens are so massive. I mean, they grow to like 4 feet across, or 4 feet high and 3 feet across. I mean, my mustard greens get huge. So I'm gonna plant less, but I'm definitely gonna plant my mustard greens. This is also, I think, a beautiful plant. And I love at the end of the season when they go to seed. I mean, my garden was just filled. Well, it's always filled with bees and butterflies, but I love to look at the flowers as well as the food. So I'm gonna plant some more mustard greens. And then when I just moved here, I planted some cilantro. And guys, quick tip for you guys: did you know, or quick fact, did you guys know that when you grow cilantro, the seeds are actually coriander? So you can collect the seeds and cook with them, or you can replant the seeds. So this is my coriander that I collected when I just moved here. I planted cilantro, and then at the end of the season I collected the seeds, and so I'm going to be planting some coriander today. So all those are from my previous harvest that previous seeds that I saved. Speaking of seeds that I saved, I also have some flowers that I saved. So my jewel nasturtium, nasturtium actually has medicinal benefit, but it's a great pollinator. And nasturtiums and marigolds, they're great pollinators. They have medicinal benefit, but I use them to actually repel insects and to attract the good pollinators. So I'm gonna be planting some more marigold and nasturtium. These are these are seeds that I saved from last year or last season. I'm gonna plant some more of these. And then I wasn't planning on planting this, but I actually, this is my broadleaf time. I actually I just, whenever I pick a piece to eat to use the leaves, I just stick them in the water, and I just want to show you guys. It's very easy with these cuttings to stick them in the water and for roots to grow. I stuck these in the water maybe 2 weeks ago. Let me see. Yeah, they both have roots. So, or maybe 3 weeks. This is probably 3 weeks ago. I stuck them in the water because I usually just stick them back in pots. So I'm going to be potting up a whole lot of these. Not for my garden because my garden is already full from the cuttings that I had. So I'm going to stick these in pots. But just wanted to show you. I actually took this off my store because, you know, I would sell it and people would put the cuttings in water and say that they didn't grow. So, you know, I can't, it gets expensive when you have to refund people. So, especially when I'm already absorbing the cost of shipping and giving the things almost for free. So I'm going to be potting these up and selling them as plants instead of cuttings, since, you know, sometimes it's a challenge for people to grow them from cuttings. Yeah, but I wanted to show you that. So those I'm actually going to pot up. So of the seeds that I'm starting, this is a first time for me. I've read about the chimichurri. I heard it has a really good flavor. So and I heard it's very easy to grow, and it actually likes the Florida heat. So we're in the fall now, so we're not in the height of heat, but I'm gonna plant some chimichurri. If you guys have tried this, let me know below, please. But I am really looking forward to this. I'm gonna plant quite a bit of this because, you know, I need my greens and I want to try something different. Even though I do have a lot of greens in the garden, but I always love to try new things. It's good to have variety in your diet. All right, so this is from Creative Girl Homestead. Sandy, she sent this to me last year when I just moved here. She sent me this gift of different seeds. I've already used some of the seeds here. I think those were Jamaican pumpkin seeds. And she sent me some dino melon, honeydew, and some basil. I'm going to be planting some of this basil. I've never had lemon basil or cinnamon basil. I think I have purple basil. I have those seeds. So I'm going to be planting. Thank you, Sandy, Creative Girl Homestead. I'm going to be planting your seeds. And I also have some seeds from Diva Jones 03. She sent me these Crayola Cella pepper. She said the peppers were absolutely delicious. I'm really, really looking forward to this pepper. I don't have any Scotch bonnet seeds here, but I do plan on starting some Scotch bonnet seeds too. My Scotch bonnet plant, that, you know, that one Scotch bonnet plant has done well for like 4 years, but I don't want to test fate. It's time to put some more seeds in so I can have more Scotch bonnet. Plus, I do have several other kinds grown in the garden, but you can never have too many peppers. All right. So here I have all my different tomatoes that I'm growing. So guys, I am jumping straight to this one. Guys. This I got this from Baker's Creek as a free seed last year. You see, free seed. Thanks for your order. I planted some this past spring. Oh my goodness, guys. I think this is the best tomato I've ever tasted. And definitely this is the only large tomato I've ever grown. Usually I just grow these little tomatoes, or this is like the super sweet 100s. I always grow the cherry or grape tomatoes because usually those do best in Florida, or the Everglades tomatoes, which is native to Florida. But I said, you know what, let me take a chance. It was free and I did not regret this. This is definitely a winner, and I'm gonna be planting more of the Thornburns terracotta tomatoes. I have what here? I have some black strawberry tomatoes. I think this was from Black's Tropical Homestead. Thank you, Sherry, from Black's Tropical Homestead. I'm pretty sure this was from you. You sent a couple packs for the winner, and I contacted the winner. The winner never sent me the address. So this actually got bitten by a rat. But there are a few seeds in here. I'm going to be planting these black strawberry tomatoes from Black's Tropical Homestead. Here I also have a Black Beauty tomato. I planted this for the first time last year. I don't think it came up, or if it came up, I don't remember getting any tomatoes. Did I? I can't remember. I may have gotten tomatoes off this one, but I'm not sure. But I'm gonna plant this again this year. Here I have some brandy wine. I planted these. I don't know if they're gonna do well. I planted these when I just moved here. The plants got very big. The flowers set, but they just wouldn't. I think it got too warm before they actually had a chance to fruit. So now that I'm doing this at the very beginning of spring, of the fall, I'm hoping that we'll get tomatoes. So this is brandy wine. And then the super sweet 100s, I planted it a couple years when I just moved here. This was a very, very prolific bearer of fruit. So I'm looking forward to that. So guys, that's 4 different tomatoes, different kinds of tomatoes I'm planting. Very excited. All right. So here are my root crops. I have some beets. I actually planted beets early spring and they started coming up, and those chickens, beets and carrots, those chickens ate every single one of the beets. They just dug them up. And I don't know if they ate the beets or whatever, but they just dug them up. All of my beets and my carrots. I had some of these carrots. A couple of the carrots survived, and I was able to harvest a couple carrots. They were kind of small, but I'm hoping to try again. So I'm going to try these beets. I'm going to try, I don't know what kind of carrots these are, but I'm going to sow some carrots. And then these are some other carrots. It just says carrots. What does it say? Tender sweet carrots. So, and this is from Ferrimore. So I'm gonna try these carrots. This is gonna be my first time, guys. I've grown all these different greens, but I've never grown cabbage. So this is a Ferry's Round Dutch cabbage. I'm gonna try. 71 days to harvest. I'm gonna try growing some cabbage. Not sure if it's too early, if it's too hot to start now, if I should wait a little longer. Let's see. It says September to February for my zone. So yep, we're in September now. So I'm gonna sow some cabbage seeds, and who knows, I might be getting my first cabbage. And then this may not be the right season, but I ordered velvet bean seed pods from Permaculture Life, and that's Orange the Farmer's channel, and Permaculture Life is his business. So I got 2 pods. 2 pods came with the order. I haven't figured out how to open this thing. This thing is like rock stone hard, and it's probably not the right season to be sowing peas, but I want to sow even 1 or 2 of these beans. So the reason I bought this, I'd never heard of velvet bean pots. I've never heard of them, but the reason I bought it was he did a video, a side-by-side video of somebody speaking about all the benefits of velvet bean pots, and it sounded literally like a magic bean. I think it was like, I don't remember how much it cost, like $10 or more than 10. With shipping, it came up to like, I think $15 for the 2 pots. So it has to be some magic bean. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. I just have to figure out, it's like impossible. It's like super hard. So I tried, I'm gonna try and cut it open or get my husband to help me, but I can't bend it. Oh, barely. Anyway, I'm gonna probably just sow 2 seeds because I don't wanna waste the seed pot since I only have 2, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4, or maybe 5 seeds are in there. So I'm just probably gonna sow 2 and save the rest for the spring. I have some sugar snap peas that I grew last year. I'm gonna try to grow it again. And then here's another first time. Being in Florida, I just never grow salad, but this is a classic mix. I'm gonna wait a little bit on this. Let's see. This one says August through November, but I think I'm gonna wait probably till October to plant this because it's just so hot. I can't imagine it doing well right now. Then I have some bunching onions that I'm gonna plant. I usually just buy my green onions. Stick the roots in the ground and they grow. But I'm gonna grow it, use this packet so I can have more. A lot of these I had to go out and buy, as I said, because I lost so many seeds. But you know, it's all good. Then here for my Asian greens, this is my baby bok choy. I planted this for the first time. These seeds are years old because I planted this for the first time when I lived at the other house in Silver Lakes, the house that by the water, which was what, 3-4 years ago. So I'm gonna plant these. These were very prolific. These were the baby bok choy. I really enjoyed it. I did a video on it showing it, me growing it in my tiered planter. I think I'm gonna plant these again in the tiered planter. They did very well there. So I'm gonna plant this. And last year I planted these tatso bok choy. That was very delicious. They grew very nicely. Tatso, and these are the milk bok choy. So I'm gonna plant these two. So I have 3 different kind of bok choys here. So guys, you can see I'm doing a lot. Then of course my Florida broadleaf mustard, which I spoke about before. I'm not gonna use this packet since I already have my seeds that I saved from last year. Who knows? Maybe I'll give this. Whoever tells me they need some Florida broadleaf mustard, I'll mail this to you for free because I have my own seeds, so you guys can have this. And then I tried this last year. I don't think it came up. Dinosaur kale. There are a couple seeds left in here, so I'm gonna be planting some dinosaur kale. From what I understand, these can grow very, very tall. I guess that's why they call them dinosaur kale. Then here, to wrap things up, I have red Russian kale. Yeah, I have 2 things of red Russian kale. I think I'll be using this one since it's open. Looks like I must have grown it before, but it didn't grow. So I'm gonna try it again. This one seems to have purple leaves, and this one has green leaves. So maybe I'll plant some of each. They both have the same name, red Russian kale, but one is purple, one is green. So I'm gonna plant both. So that's it, guys. That's all I have for you today. That's all that I'm planting. Let me know. Drop a comment below. What are you planting in your garden today? Hopefully, you're taking advantage of the beautiful fall weather that's about to hit us, and you're getting your seeds in now. You know, if you can't get the seeds in, if you're running a bit late or a bit behind, go ahead and run to Home Depot, run to your local nursery, grab some of those seed starts like I did for all my herbs, and get those seed starts in, guys. But let's plant a seed today. Let's grow our food together. Let's eat this delicious, organic, healthy food, not the stuff that they have in the supermarket. And don't forget to share this video, and don't forget to share what you're growing with others. Till next time, bye now.